Imagine this. You take a pill with absolutely nothing in it, yet your pain just disappears. That's the placebo effect. And it isn't magic. It's one of the most powerful and, frankly, mysterious forces in all of medicine. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how our own belief can physically heal us.
It just sounds impossible, right? Can a simple sugar pill really stop you from hurting? Well, the answer is a surprising and scientifically proven yes.
And let's be really clear, this isn't just all in your head. It's a genuine psychobiological event where the mind triggers real, measurable changes in the body. So let's break down exactly how it works.
To really understand how it works, first, we've got to move beyond that simple sugar pill idea. We need to look at what a placebo really is and where this whole concept even came from. So here's the core definition. A placebo isn't just inactive. Think of it more like a catalyst. It's a trigger that uses a person's belief and the whole ritual of getting a treatment to unlock the body's own amazing ability to heal.
You know, the modern story of the placebo effect was basically born on the battlefield. During World War II, an anesthesiologist named Henry Beecher completely ran out of morphine. In desperation, he started injecting wounded soldiers with simple salt water, telling them it was a painkiller. And to his astonishment, it worked. This discovery led to his groundbreaking 1955 paper, and from there, the science of the placebo just took off.
After digging through 15 different studies, Beecher landed on a number that sent shockwaves through the medical community. On average, a staggering 35% of a treatment's effectiveness wasn't from the drug itself, but from the placebo response. So, if it's not the pill, what is it? Well, the power comes from the most complex machine we know of, the human brain. The placebo effect is, at its absolute core, the power of pure expectation. And we can pinpoint it. The process starts in your prefrontal cortex. This is your brain's command center, the part responsible for planning and forming expectations. When you truly believe a treatment will work, this is the region that just lights up. That expectation then triggers a kind of top-down cascade. The prefrontal cortex sends signals down through a dedicated pain control network in your brain, essentially telling the body to turn down the volume on pain signals before you even fully feel them.
To put it simply, your belief isn't just a thought. It's an active command. It sets off a biological chain reaction that leads to real, measurable changes, from less pain all the way to a slower heart rate. It's biology, triggered by psychology.
But the brain doesn't just send out electrical signals, oh no. When you expect to feel better, it starts producing its own powerful drugs. Your brain literally becomes its own internal pharmacy. And this is where the neurochemistry gets really fascinating. The brain releases endogenous opioids, which is basically its own version of morphine. It pumps out dopamine, the chemical of reward and motivation, and it even releases endocannabinoids, the body's natural version of the active compounds in cannabis. What's just incredible is that when you look at brain scans, the pain relief from a placebo looks almost identical to the relief from an actual opioid drug. The same parts of the brain light up, the same kinds of chemicals get released. The only difference is the trigger. One comes from a pill, the other comes from your mind. And this isn't just about pain. In studies on Parkinson's disease, giving patients a placebo they believed was medication caused a massive dopamine release in the brain. We're talking over a 200% increase. This led to real, observable improvements in their movement. It all really comes down to this idea: the body becomes its own pharmacy. The whole ritual of treatment, the trust you have in a doctor, the power of belief, this entire context is the key that unlocks the potent medicine that's already inside you. But here's the twist. If a positive belief can heal, what do you think a negative belief can do? Well, this brings us to the placebo's darker, lesser-known sibling, the nocebo effect. It's the exact same principle, just in reverse. If a patient is told a sugar pill might cause nausea, a significant number of them will actually start to experience nausea. The expectation of a negative outcome can create that very outcome. And just like the placebo, this is not imaginary. The nocebo effect has its own biological pathway. But instead of releasing painkillers, a negative expectation causes the brain to release chemicals that actually amplify pain and anxiety. The brain is actively creating a negative experience. It just goes to show you that our belief is a double-edged sword. The very same mental pathways that can heal us can also, unfortunately, harm us.
Positive expectation creates relief, while negative expectation can create real, distressing symptoms.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Why does all of this matter beyond just being a cool brain trick? Because it fundamentally changes how we should think about medicine.
Here's probably the most important takeaway of all. The placebo effect isn't separate from real medicine. It's a part of every treatment. The psychological context, your belief, the trust in your doctor, it doesn't just happen alongside the medicine, it actively makes that medicine more powerful. I mean, consider this. When patients were given morphine through a hidden IV, they got some pain relief. But when doctors gave them the exact same dose openly, telling them this is a strong painkiller, the relief was significantly greater. The drug didn't change, but their belief did. Ultimately, the placebo effect shows us that the mind-body connection isn't some vague New Age concept. It's a hardwired biological reality. The narrative we build around our health and our treatments has the power to change our physical experience. And that leaves us with a final, fascinating question. We know belief can release painkillers, boost dopamine, and make real medicine work better. So, if our mind can do all of that, what else is it capable of?